disheartening, right, to that whole team. Clayton Kershaw spoke about it. He's coming back finally. And it's frustrating when you lose your guy, you lose your catcher and one of your favorite teammates. But Dalton Rushing, who's been a top prospect for the Dodgers, drafted out of Louisville, gets to make his debut, gets his first major league hit. It goes up the middle. They get the ball back for him. And this is a guy, listen, Louisville does a great job of developing catchers. He gets drafted, and now he's going to be the secondary, the two guy for the Dodgers now. And he does a great job. Like, he gets the start last night, and Will Smith gets to rest his legs a little bit. He's not going to be the primary guy, but this is a big deal, I think, as they continue to develop really good talent. And again, they have another guy who can come up and mash. He has a great night at the plate. And I'll tell you this about the Athletics real quick on the other side. Like, this is a team that if they can get their pitching in order, if they can just get a little more out of them and stay in ball games, they have the offense to make it a really interesting season, especially in the American League West. Like, I like watching this team. I like the way that they're constructed. I like the way they're playing the game. Like, they're playing that good fundamental type baseball. They've got a little bit of power. They kind of do everything right. It's the pitching. It just needs to get a little bit better, I think, Eduardo, and they could make things interesting.
No, they could. They could definitely make things interesting. They got a young core of guys that eventually will understand how to be able to bounce back day after day. But they've been playing great on the road, and that shows a lot of character. The thing is, can they play better in West Sacramento? They need to play better at home now. They need to find a restaurant that's got a lot of hits for the offense and a lot of goose eggs for the pitching. That's what they need. Find that place.
Dodgers. Do you think the Dodgers have like a million options for that? They're 17-4 at home. They love playing at home. And I imagine, I just picture this, right? Anywhere you go in any space and crevice in LA, whatever neighborhood you choose, there's a lot of dingers in the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner that you're eating out there in LA. Is that how you feel when you go out to Hollywood?
I do. I sort of hit the donuts to try to hit the sinkers as well. So you need to find those donut shops there. Old school donut shops. It's not hard to find.
No. It's not hard to find there. No. They got a lot of good stuff out there. Although I will caveat and say I feel like the Padres should be playing the Dodgers, but that's fine. I understand scheduling, all that good stuff. It's going to be a hot weekend. Like, I feel like I'm going to be sweating all weekend in New York watching Mets, Yankees, and the rivalry. Don't you feel that way?
That's not a pretty picture, but yeah. You want some water? Hey, look. No, it's. I do. I can't wait. I can't wait to jump on the plane and get to New York as Sunday Night Baseball. It's Mets Yankees, and this time I'm interested. I'm interested to find out how the Yankee fans are going to treat Juan Soto, because he was phenomenal for them last season. And I get it. The offseason, everybody in New York wanted Juan there. You look at the numbers of what the outfield for the New York Yankees has done this year without Juan Soto. Look, Trent Grisham has had an unbelievable start to the season. I don't know if it's sustainable or not, but he is hitting for power. His OPS is way up. It's great. It's like they haven't missed a beat offensively, and they've gotten better on the pitching side of it. And that's without Garrett Cole also, as he's on the IL and lost for the season. So this Yankee team, Paul Goldschmidt doing the job. I'm wondering if the Yankee fans, one, will yell and give the Juan Soto chant once he goes out there in the bottom half of the first inning to right field. And at the same time, is he going to do the Soto shuffle? Can I get the Soto shuffle today? Because I haven't seen it as a Met. That dude is going
to get booed. He is it's going to be raining boos in the Bronx for Juan Soto. Yeah, 100%. You know why? I actually think it's like, yeah. Well, it's two things. Number one is that if you're not on our team, we don't like you. You're not one of us, so why would we support you? And you decided not only to leave the Yankees, but you're going to go cross town to Queens and play for the Mets? Who do Yankees fans hate the most? They hate the Mets.
Red Sox.
Right? It is, well, I don't know, actually. Maybe. No, I don't know. You think you're so funny. You think you are so funny.
I've got jokes.
I don't know.
I've got jokes today.
But yes, exactly. Okay, he's right. He's right. But you know what I know? You know what I know? I also know there are fans who are secretly still sleeping with their Juan Soto jersey at night, just missing him and wishing he was there. But the irony is that Trent Grisham, who was a part of that trade, by the way, with the Padres, is going off, and no one's ever calling it the Trent Grisham trade, are they? They're calling it the Juan Soto trade. So I'm happy to see Grish doing that too. But it's gonna be a great weekend in New York. It's gonna be an even better weekend out in California, right? So we mentioned it. The Dodgers get a guy back. Finally, they get a guy back healthy. That guy, oh yeah, it's Clayton Kershaw, World Series champ, one of the best to ever do it, 37 years young, finally back healthy, Eduardo. And he's coming back. He's going to pitch on Saturday, make his season debut against the Angels. Tyler Anderson will be on the mound opposing him. But what do you expect from him? What do you expect coming back? It's been a grind. I feel like he's been humbled by this process and continues to realize how special it is to play this game. But what do you expect from him?
I expect the appreciation once he takes that mound. Let's not forget the last time we really saw him healthy on the mound. It didn't go well in the postseason for him. And I love the fact that he was there celebrating with the team last year in New York during the World Series, during the postseason. He is and forever will be the Dodger blue that you look at. That has just spells greatness, appreciation. You're not going to see 96. You're not going to see 95. You don't need to see that out of Clayton Kershaw. You need to see a pitcher that understands how to locate, a pitcher that understands how to get in your hands if you're a right-handed hitter, one that can take, add, and subtract. But most importantly, he is not in here just to do any favors. He's in here because he's needed on Saturday to get that start. He's needed because Blake Snell, Glasnow, both of them on the IL. You look at Sasaki right now. You continue to land in that. It's so interesting to me. All the arms that have gone down, and at the time, we were like, okay, how's he going to fit? He signed a one-year deal with the Dodgers. He's been doing that for the last few years. But how are they going to put him, and what role is he going to have in the roster? It could be a major role, especially with all the injuries that they've had, Danny.
Yeah, and I think the best part is that because their bullpen is set up the way that it is that they don't need Kersh to be vintage Kersh, so to speak, right? They need him to go out and give them a chance to win. Their offense will support him as they do night in and night out. Oh, by the way, 17-4 at home, which is one of the best records, if not the best home record right now. And for Kersh, like, he's just going to go out and be himself. I'm sure his teammates are over the moon excited to get him back, to be a part of this game. I think one interesting note about this too, Eduardo, we talked about this, Austin Barnes was DFA'd. And that was Kersh's guy, right? That's tough to see. Your favorite teammate, one of your favorite catchers, a guy that you've been with for a long time. You finally get back healthy, and the Dodgers decide to make a change. They call up their top catching prospect, Dalton Rushing, and he's going to be the number 2 guy behind Will Smith right now. But Kershaw is going to come back, and he is going to be a difference maker for them because they ironically need him. And I kind of love that for him. That's got to be a great feeling for him. And Dalton Rushing is going to learn a lot from a guy like Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, he's definitely going to learn a lot. And not only that, let's not forget Clayton Kershaw has been doing his minor league rehabs as well. So most likely Rushing also was able to catch him there in a game.
Great point.
I think, let's not forget AJ Ellis was Kershaw's catcher to start off with. He's got more innings than anyone else. And then it was Austin Barnes for the last few years. And now you continue to pass the torch. And the one thing that Clayton Kershaw is never going to do and never going to make is excuses. So I cannot wait to see if those 2 procedures that he had in the offseason pay off for him, because he looks really good. He looked great. Again, it's going to be in the high 80s. He'll touch 90. But you do not look at the velocity. You do not look at the spin rate. You look at the outcome of what Clayton Kershaw can do. You also mentioned the Dodgers bullpen. 181 and 2/3 innings of work this year already. Last year, we talked about the Guardians and how they used their bullpen.
Yeah.
That's a lot, right? They have a lot of guys on the IL as well. They have a plethora of pitchers that they continue to rotate.
Plethora, good word.
Thank you. I worked on it earlier today. But I don't know. I love check marks. I'm fast tracking my way to success with plethora. But is it sustainable all season long? They have the batters. They have the hitters. Will the 181 and 2/3 innings of work that they've already had, I don't think it's going to slow down. It's not going to slow down because once some of these guys come back from the IL, they're not going to be throwing 8 innings. They're not going to be throwing 7. They might just be going around twice through the lineup until they're built up. And you expect them to also perform in October.